I know you Americans have Thanksgiving tomorrow and then Christmas is right around the corner for all of us, but we are still going to review some Halloween shit because you guys have been hounding me, man, and I'd like to come through when you guys have all these requests. What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's floating right here. But right now, we are going to talk about this Lloyd Banks mixtape called Halloween Havoc 3 4 Days of Fury. Now, the reason this one is called 4 Days of Fury is because Lloyd Banks actually put this together in 4 days, which is pretty impressive because once you hear this, it does not sound like a slouch job. He's coming with nice bars and nice production, as you expect. And this shit actually sounds better than some of these projects that artists out there work months on. So I was very impressed by the fact that he did this in 4 days, and I think it is a nice addition to his ever-growing discography of quality mixtapes. Now, one thing about this one is that he's not switching his style up too much, so you're going to get that same type of content from Lloyd Banks where he's hitting you with that inspiration and that street wisdom, but he is fully aware of that because that's his bread and butter, and on the song Repetition, he actually says that he's not going to change his shit up because no matter what you do, people are going to have something to say anyway, and I am 100% with him on that because sometimes you just got to stick to your vision. But I do have to say also that once it comes time for his album, whenever that may be, I do hope that he brings some other themes into it, maybe goes a bit deeper, and maybe even brings some other concepts or something like that, just to mix it up a bit, because as much as I do like all these mixtapes he's been dropping, he has been hitting us with a lot of them, and I'm just hoping that he can really do something kind of different for his album, because a lot of these mixtapes sound kind of similar. It's not that I dislike them and think they're trash, it's just that they don't often leave that much of an impression, because I'm kind of waiting for him just to do something different. I just think he's capable of doing even better than what he's doing with these mixtapes. But since I just mentioned an album, I do have to bring up that on the song Headache and Heartbreak, he actually says that this is the last time we're going to hear back from him for free. So maybe that means he's going to be working on an album that he'll be putting up for sale soon, and he deserves to do that because he's given us so much free music. That's the least we can do is give him a little bit of that money. Now, I also got to say the beat on this one is really dope. It has that Halloween theme to it and actually kind of reminds me of Castlevania. Makes you just want to get that flame whip out, maybe hit some skeletons, maybe hit some candles, get some axes and holy water, just all that type of shit. And the production throughout this one is fire, man. I kind of brought it up just a little while ago in this review about how he always has good beats, and that's something that Lloyd Banks is known for, along with his flow, which a lot of people say is underrated, and I would agree because he is like butter all over this mixtape. But some of the other beats on here that I like include Salute, where we get this late night wavy feel. And then on the song Money Crime, we're getting this haunting boom bap feel. Again, it has that Halloween sound to it. And I like on this one how he says that he's waiting for a veteran to take a shot at him because then he's going to come back with an even better response. Actually, I think he said he's waiting for a legend to take a shot at him. And I really do appreciate that because it's showing how tenacious he is with his bars and that he takes his shit seriously and is not to be played with because he really respects the game. He's been at it for a while and has a pen game that is up there with some of the best of them, in my opinion, at least as far as the flows go. Now, on the song History, he actually talks a little bit about the game, and he says that he's a little bit annoyed with how so many rappers out there are all about getting that fame and that money. They don't really care about what they're doing for the culture, which is something I appreciate him saying because we're seeing that a lot these days in the game, including with guys like Lil Yachty, who just don't seem to give a shit about the music and the culture. They're just doing it for money and to have fun. And you can't really hate on someone for doing something for money and fun, but I still get what he's trying to say here. A lot of artists are just making money without really putting too much heart and thought into it, which is why we're getting this game that is just flooded with all kinds of mediocrity and averageness. At least that's my opinion as someone who reviews hundreds of projects a year. So in the end, I will say this one is pretty dope. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. I already touched on what I like about it and how I hope that maybe next time he can switch it up somehow just a little bit, but this is damn impressive, man. He did this in 4 days. He didn't have any features on here, and there are only a couple of moments that I didn't like, including Parade, which just sounds like a really bad remix of Ghostface and Adrian Young's song Enemies All Around Me, and I didn't care much for the beat on Shooting Star either. This one just sounded like a bunch of church bells clanging out, so it didn't really hit me. But for the most part, the production on here is really dope, including on Owe It To Him, which is one of my favorite tracks. It's very smooth and jazzy, with Lloyd Banks just spitting about how women can be stressful and they can just distract you from shit, which is true, but don't tell my wife I said that. I don't feel like arguing and getting in trouble. But anyway, man, I'm going to wrap this shit up before I say something else, get myself in more trouble. But this is a 3.5 out of 5 to me. I think that's fair. Hopefully his album is going to be a little bit deeper, a little bit stronger than all these mixtapes he's putting out. But that's not to say they're bad, so everybody relax. Now, you guys can hit me up in the comment section with your thoughts and your opinions, whatever you want to say. And make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, man, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and of course, man, you got to subscribe to the channel and like the new Facebook page as well. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.